we are learning a little bit about the operating system that we're using on the computer called Windows. This is the controller for the computer, and we couldn't do much without the operating system. So most computers have a Windows operating system. We have version 10, which is the latest version. There's other versions, you might have something different at home, but we're going to be using Windows 10, so I'm going to show you a few things about it. We need to know how to open up Windows. So it's named after a window like this that you can move around. You can click on other folders and look into them. So it was named Windows for that reason. We need to learn a few things about the window and a few parts that will help us to navigate and save and find things and do all sorts of stuff. So let me show you a few things. The first is the file navigation pane. It's over here on the left side. It helps us navigate to where we need to go to find a file or save a file. And so you click on any of these and it takes you to different places. To find your files as a student, you'd click on this PC and then scroll down. Down at the bottom it would have your My Documents drive, it's called, My Documents, and you double click on that and that's where your folders should be for this class. We also have the title bar up at the top. This title bar shows us what folder we're in, and if I click on that and drag around, it moves that window around. So that's the title bar. I've got the address bar right down here, and so I could click in that, and I could even type a web address in there and it would take me to the internet. It would open up the internet. But if I click in a little ways to a couple of these folders, it tells me where I've gone, and I can go back, like back to Documents, back to this PC, and so I can use that address bar to get to different places pretty easily. We also have of course the minimize button up here, minimize, maximize, and close. So if I minimize it, it takes it down to the taskbar. So we have this called the taskbar, which has our start menu right here. If I click on that, I can get to programs that way, or log out, turn the power off, and do different things. We've got the programs that we have open down here on the taskbar. So when I minimize it, it goes down to the taskbar. This kind of holds everything there, and I can click it again to open it up. Over on the right side, mine doesn't show it, but yours will have the clock and the calendar. If you click on it once, it shows you a calendar, which is helpful, and some other things, volume and things that you might not have as a student. On the far right, all the way over, there's a little tiny button right over here. You can't see it on mine, but you'll see it. If you click that, it's a minimize all button. So any windows that you have up, you can have multiple windows up on the screen. And if you have multiple windows, you click that minimize all button and everything goes down to the taskbar. So that's a nice way to get to the desktop pretty easily. Speaking of the desktop, if I minimize everything, this is the desktop. Yours will look different. This is kind of the default Windows 10 desktop, and you can put folders on there. You can put programs, little icons that if you click on them, they open up. So you'll have the different folders and things on your desktop. We have also, the little pictures representing folders or programs, like down here, these little pictures, they're called icons. What else do we need? Let me open up that window again. Let me show you a few useful things in a window that you can use. I already have the view, so there's a view menu right here, and I already have this preview pane open, but if I didn't have the preview pane, it would either look like this, or we could change it to different, this view tab, the view menu is really helpful because you can change it to large icons if you're looking at pictures, small icons, tiles, so all of these do different things. There's two that I use the most usually, and they're actually right down here. It's a quick view change button, so quick view buttons. There is the details view right here, which tells me when I made it and what type of file it is, the size that it is, or there's this right here that changes it to a large thumbnail view. Thumbnails are a little representation of the picture, and so you can kind of see if you are looking at pictures. Here's some video for a video class. Looking at pictures or video, it shows you what they are, what they look like, so that's really useful. So I use both of those quite a bit. Another view, something that helps in the view is the preview pane. I use this quite a bit, and if I have pictures, I can click on one and it shows me that picture. Let's go back out to Documents and go... So if I have, let's see, I've got different things down here. Pictures, I can click on a picture and it previews the picture over here. I can resize that also, because sometimes it might be really small way over here. Sometimes I like to resize it so I can see a quick preview of different pictures. Even if it's a PowerPoint like this, I can scroll down, and this was a little animation in PowerPoint that we did. I can scroll down and it shows me each slide. So that's kind of an interesting PowerPoint that I used in 3D animation, but it's useful if you have a slideshow. Here's another one, accounting terms. I can just scroll with my mouse wheel and it shows me the different slides in my slideshow. So it's a quick preview of what I've got clicked on. So that's the preview pane. I can toggle it on and off right here. Let's see, what else? We've got the refresh window button, so it's kind of like the website refresh. So if I've added some documents and they're not in the right order, or I don't see them, you can click the refresh and it refreshes whatever window you're in. I've also got this search bar, which is really useful. I search for things a lot, and it's got good quick searching capabilities. And so if you know what you named your file and you can't find it, click on here, type it, and it searches for it. We've also got, you know what, that looks like about it for now. Those are the basics of a window. Oh, I know what I was going to show. If I grab the title bar, I can move it to the right side all the way over to the right and let go, and it resizes it halfway, and it even says, what do you want to put on the left side? So if I bring up my canvas, it brings it up right here, or I could have nothing there, but it's useful to have two things side by side. If I've got instructions and I'm working on something on one side, I've got the instructions on the other side, so that's useful. I can grab the taskbar and pull it back off. I can put it up to the top and it makes it full screen. And so left side, right side, full screen up at the top. That's really nice, so I don't have to use these quite as much. So that's about it for the basics of Windows.